Hello, nieces and nephews. This is your Uncle Bill live. And if you want to join our family, just hit subscribe and you can join. This is the channel that is unniched. It's Why Uncle Bill? Because Uncle Bill doesn't want you to be bored and doesn't want Uncle Bill to be bored. On this channel, we cook, we camp, we critique, we create, and we climb. And I got it out of order today. I do that a lot. Uncle Bill mixes things up. Don't want you to forget. Thank you for joining us. Today I have Creation Week. We are welcoming you to Creation Week. This is week 12, year 2021. Oh God, I was going to go dyslexia. Uncle Bill also has a mild case of dyslexia, so I was going to say 2012, but that was a long time ago. Anyways, it's 2021. Uncle Bill, maybe it's that COVID shot. I had my second shot. Boy, that thing was something else. A lot of people, no problems. Uncle Bill, I was down for 3 days with the second COVID shot. And Andrew, it's great to see you here. How's my sound? Because I'm trying a new microphone today. It's actually up here, and I actually have the case. It's a cheapy Movo, actually not that cheap, but it's a nice little microphone for around $30, VXR10, and I have it hooked in through an external sound card so that I can put it into a USB slot. This way I have full use of my hands and I'm not going to bump anything. So I like that. Let's see, who else we got here? We got Bridget, we got Andrew. What more could we need? I love you guys, all of you. I have a review that is unlisted that I'm going to share with you two. I'd like to get some feedback on it later after we're done doing live. This is my review of, it's actually a pitch, the YouTube formula. I don't know if you bought this yet, Andrew. I highly recommend it. And that's what the review is. It's my recommendation for the YouTube formula. It's by Daryl Eves. It has a training program, which I haven't done yet. But I had training live with both Mr. Beast for an hour with a bunch of, probably about 1,000 other people too. And Daryl for 4 hours is what he advertised. What he gave us was 5.5, well, it's almost 5.5 hours worth of training. Incredible. I just hope that he recorded it and that's what's in the program. I think he had said some of it's going to be in the training program. Great training program. This is Create Week. I'm creating a new setup. I used this and an external sound card. I can give you guys the links to it. I hope it sounds good. Does it sound good? Give me a thumbs up or something in chat. Let me know if it sounds good or if I'm too loud or too soft. Actually, nobody's saying anything. Just asking you guys. Oh, sounds good. Good. Thanks. I just wanted to make sure because I have nightmares about that time when I went live up in Costa Mesa on a slow connection and there was no sound. You know, my laptop is still buggered up from that one. All right. This is creation. I have some ideas. I'm going to float them past you guys and see what you think. One of the ideas that I'm thinking of is share with you all the goodies that I got over the Dollar Tree the other day. But I have action cameras. And rather than buying a new action camera so that I can vlog, you notice there's nothing in the front here on my action camera and the displays on the back. What I'm thinking of doing is making a periscope that would have two mirrors on it and have it be a hooded periscope so that it would angle bounce the image from the back of the camera to the front so that I could see that it's working. The other problem that I'm thinking of working on is, it always seems I have to grab something. Here's my camera bag. This thing is indispensable to have a camera bag when you're like me. If you have a setup, that's no problem. And I find myself looking at the microphone, not the camera. I'll get used to having the microphone up there. It's just a little teeny little thing. Actually, I can show you the microphone. I just realized, because that is my second Movo microphone. I liked it so much, I bought the company. No, actually, I liked it so much, I bought a second one so that I can have one for travel and one in the office. It was a decision. Do I spend a little more than $30 on the microphone and then another $10, $15 on a sound card? Or do I spend $300? Well, actually, I think it's closer to $500 for the Rode Pro. And I think with Uncle Bill's voice, it really doesn't matter because I don't have the greatest voice in the world. This bag does not come with it. There's another bag. But has a nice little windscreen. Comes off, and this is the microphone. And this is what I'm using right now, is just this little microphone. And I'm actually using, am I? Yeah, I'm using this attachment. I have it hooked onto a magic arm, and then it's hooked up to my bookshelf. So that's my, and if you want, the sponsored link is below. And it won't cost you any more, and I'll make some money if I ever get accepted into the Amazon program, because I'm not yet. I think it's because I don't have a video, what you call it, a web page yet. I'm definitely thinking about it, though, because I want to get accepted to the Amazon Partners program. But this display here, come on, show me some display. Just a second, folks. We're experiencing some technical difficulties. This display, when I go outside and I'm in direct sunlight, you can't tell if you're recording. And on the last time, that video that I just put out last Friday, the long epic, well, there was about twice as much footage. And the reason being is I had to retake a lot of footage because I couldn't see, and that just had to be. See, am I missing anybody? Oh, Shonda in here? Oh, hi, Shonda. I didn't see you, but I guess you're here. Oh, that's because I don't have my other thing set up. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So creation. What I'm thinking about doing is maybe a picture frame, a hood so that I can see. Oh, there we go. Shonda, hi, how are you doing? It's good to see you in here. And I had forgotten to put my participants window. And I actually have a video on how to set this thing up. I followed it, but I didn't. I had my notes going over it. Shonda, if you look back into the chat, there is a link, an unlisted link that I put in there. I'll put it in there again. What the heck? This is to the review that I just did on the YouTube formula. Highly recommend it. It's a great book worth every penny I paid for it. Actually, I bought both versions. I bought the version off of Daryl's site for close to $30, and it currently sells on Amazon for around 25 or 24, I actually think, is what it flashed me last time. And the other one is the Kindle version, which is $15, which is the exact same book. So if you have a Kindle, it's a great way to go. All right. I just need one sip. This is polar seltzer water that I'm having because it's the least expensive and it wets my throat. Onward and upward. This is Creation Week, and I need you all. There's a periscope that I'm thinking of trying. I'm thinking of doing a hood so that I can see my display on my camera. And also, this is what I'm going to share. I bought a whole bunch of stuff over at the Dollar Tree. I'm also thinking of doing a picture frame, doing a little bit of decoupage. I think that's what it's called, where you take the picture and you put it on there, and then you put some white glue over it and hope that it dries clear. Cool stuff I got at the dollar store. I don't know if you've seen this, but this is a flexible tie, and they have a new one it's basically wire that's got a rubber coating. And let me see if I can pull it out so you can see. This is amazing stuff. I know I'm not using it this week, but I know I'm going to find some use for it. These I thought were cute as can be. Look at these little, these are miniature coat hangers. You can use them in your dollhouse. Now, as far as the periscope goes, I was looking for mirrors. Notice there's no mirror in here. That's because I've already pulled out the mirrors. So I have 2 of them. And we can just, let's see, can we angle it so that you can see me and see? No, I don't know. I'm not that good on the camera yet. But Pat Flynn is. And we have a box, which I could paint and put some things on and then put a gift inside. That would be interesting. What are these? These are piercing and scoring tools. I love tools. Let's see, can we focus? Yeah. And then I have embossing tool. If anybody knows exactly what embossing is, I think what it is where you're pressing in metal, but I'm not sure. Here's one of the many frames that I'm thinking of using. Aren't those doggies are so cute? Makes you want to have dogs. This is what I was thinking of mounting the action camera in. It's a bread pan, obviously. Take some tin snips, cut it up, and flop it over and have it so that everything angles up. More clips. You can never have too many clips to hold things. Little blackboard things with little clips on them. I might be able to add those to the picture frame or some sort of thing. Now, while I was looking for mirrors, I'm not going to actually start using makeup, except for maybe to kill some sheen. I have powder, but this isn't a bad size mirror for $1. You notice it's not that big, though. Now it's bigger. No. See, am I missing anybody in here? Shonda's still here, Bridget's still here, and Andrew left. Or Andrew not talking right now. This is the one that I'm thinking of doing the decoupage on. Just put a picture on here, some other things, some shelves, $100 bill. You never know what I might do on there. Oh, speaking of which, although it's not $100, when I get to 1,000 subs, it was suggested that I give away one of my favorite pens. So I went and I bought another one of my security pens. This is one of my favorites. I like this one. Here, I'll show you. This is the same pen. This is a great little security pen for a lot of reasons. One, it doesn't look a whole lot about like a security pen because it's not really very pointy, and this end isn't pointy at all. The other thing that I love about it is just nice, easy. All I have to do is push here, and I have a point. And that point is for writing. Because ultimately, you want a pen that can write. And we have another picture frame that I'm thinking. And I'm going to put it to a poll pretty soon because I'm almost out of stuff. Cool thing about little, I hope that's not making too much noise. You have little coat hangers, and then you have medium-sized coat hangers. I mean, not coat hangers, clothes hangers. I'm sorry. My brain isn't working quite right. Anybody guess what this is? All right, I'm first person that can guess it. Can I don't know. Maybe I'll mail it to you. Oh, Shonda, you know exactly what it is. Ta-da! I take it you go to the Dollar Tree too. And just in case my glue is worn out, because I don't use glue. Well, I do use it, but it tends to dry out from time to time. Why not get another one for $1? That is everything. I have another tin and another brush. And anybody got any questions? Now I'm going to really pay attention to chat. All right, let's see. Did I miss anything from anybody? I did miss I literally am hemmed in here, so I can't move at the moment. Give me a half second so I can get all this stuff off my desk, or at least out of the way, but I can hit my mouse and other stuff. Shonda, how do you like my sound? Is it pretty much the same as usual? Because I'm on a different mic. I'm using, instead of getting a $500 mic, I decided to try a $30 mic and see how that sounds. So it works well on my camera, so I figured it might work well on a boom arm. All right. Yes, go to the Dollar Tree lot. Sounds really good. Oh, well, that's great. Because I tried two different, I can send out actually I can look it up. Give me a half a second. I'll look up the sound card that I used is different than the Movo. I didn't like the Movo sound card with this configuration into my computer because it picked up a little bit of a hum, whereas the one that I have now doesn't seem to hum, which is really nice. At first, I was blaming it on my, what was I blaming? Not the mic, well, maybe the microphone. But I did troubleshoot it, and just give me a half second here. I'll get you guys the link to the sound card. Why is this arriving tomorrow? I don't know. I guess it decided to get another one. Okay, come on. Okay, just go orders. Because it was a recent order. I bought a bunch of monitors too, not too long ago. What the world? It's not showing up. Amazon doesn't like me right now because it definitely, something is not. All right, buy again. Let's see. My Amazon is just totally messed up, guys. We'll look at that afterwards. You're all more important than that. If I can find the sound card, I will get you guys the information on the sound card. I just purchased a small TV as a second monitor to my next laptop. That's not a bad idea. Too bad I didn't tell you about, well, how much did this, was a small TV like, because I just got a bunch of 24-inch monitors that I really like. The only problem with them is the speakers are awful. But being 24 inches and costing just over $100, I was amazed. So $69, that's much better than $100. Yeah, I like having extra monitors for laptops. I have an old USB external monitor. It pairs up to my laptop, but it's kind of a little quirky because the resolution doesn't match up to the laptop and it doesn't go down as fine. So when you switch over, you find that you have one big box and then one little box. Have you tried it yet, Shonda, onto your laptop? Can I see you, Dad? Bridget, yeah, I see you in the comments. Do you mean see you after the live? Bridget's my daughter. She only lives down the road. Oh, cool. Well, we guess it worked. That's great. It's so amazing how inexpensive electronics are now. My first computer, if you look it up, was a Tandy PS2 computer. And that was no bigger than, it was about the size of a well, it basically was a glorified calculator. And it was fun to play with. And then my next step up was the Tandy Model 100, which had a whopping 16 kilobytes of memory total. You could probably store about 32 pages of documents on it. And it cost $999. The nice advantage of it is the fact that even back then it was small and it was about the size of a box of Cheerios. I love talking computers and monitors. Oh, Shonda, have you done that air fryer video? And do you like the air fryer? Because I'm holding back on buying that thing until after you tell me that, oh, Uncle Bill, the air fryer is the best thing that ever came to that Instapot. It works, but it's only 720 DP. But I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind. You know, I find I got a perfect example of that. You know how everybody's saying 4K, 4K, 4K for cameras? This is one of my favorite B-roll cameras right here. It's the Canon SD780 IS camera. I buy them used on eBay, and I was buying them from Goodwill. They range in price anywhere from about $12 if you're really lucky to about $25 if you're paying a little bit too much. $25, the reason why I bought one for $25 was that that one actually came with the manual. One of them I didn't really look really closely because it came with the manual too, but it was in Spanish. Pero no hablo mucho español. All right. Well, the other one is a computer monitor. Yes. All right. Ben, Q&A. All right. Am I missing it? Mural Dreams by Laura. Hi. How are you doing today? I hope that you're having a great day. If there's anything you missed, I'll go over it. I'm here for another 30 minutes because I'm going to limit this to no more than an hour today. And Bridget, by the way, speaking of no more than an hour, if you could move the time that you're going to call me up, because I have a seminar that I'm going to be attending online at 6:30. And it's going to be all about having more compassion, because Uncle Bill needs to work on compassion. Just ask Bridget, she'll tell you. Oh, yeah. Have not done that video yet, but I have photos from the air fryer and the Instant Pot yesterday. I sliced baby potatoes in half. Took 20 minutes. They were perfect. That sounds good. Have you tried the potatoes just steaming them? Because I found that I took full-size russets and did the steamed in the Instant Pot, and those turned out pretty well too. Although I think that the baby potatoes, nice and crispy, would be kind of yummy. And Laura, just jump in anytime you want. This is Creation Week, and one of the things that I'm thinking about doing is either a picture frame this week, or I'm going to do something with cameras, fabricating either a periscope for my action camera, which I hopefully didn't misplace. And I'll figure out what the heck happened with Amazon, because it buggered up a couple of my orders today. And what the periscope will do is when I'm vlogging, it'll take this display and bounce it forward so that I can see it. And the other one is a hood that I'm thinking of making, probably out of this. I think this is either a wastebasket or it's for holding a flower pot, but I'm going to cut it with my plastic cutter that I love. Speaking of which, if you're ever looking for a tool, I snubbed my nose at this one tool from Harbor Freight for the longest time. It's the vibration cutter. You see them advertised. They have like a little triangle and they have different things, and then sometimes a wedge thing. And it normally retails around $39, and every once in a while they have a special, like every other week, for well under $20. It is amazing. I got sold on that back in 2000. Oh, when did I get my roof put on? It was, I think, 2017. I had work done on my roof, and they had to take off the facet. God, my brain isn't working. But the runner, the steel runner that goes around flashing. There we go. When they took off the flashing, they used that tool so that they didn't have to take off all my shingles and do all sorts of crazy stuff. Actually, it was when I got the house tented in 2019 that they did that. Sounds like a good idea. Which one? The periscope or picture frame? Picture frame will be easier, that's for sure. Or hood. The hood would come in handy for when I'm out and about. I like them all. Andrew. Questions? into chat. Don't want any shy people here because we don't have a whole lot. It's kind of like when you walk into a room and there's hundreds of people, you can sit and not be noticed. But here, we notice everybody. We love you all. And Andrew, I got to catch up. And Shonda, I actually have to catch up on both of your channels. I'm watching your videos. Last week was just an incredible week. It was first, I had the training the weekend before, which took up the whole weekend, and keeping up with another group that I'm with doing video reviews. It's fun. All right, Andrew, both. LOL. Yeah. That's right, Andrew. Keep me working. Keep me working. I had this. Did anybody get the survey from YouTube today? My Lord. I literally wrote them. I said, you know, they send you, oh, will you take this little survey? And I go, I've done YouTube surveys before. There's no problem. But this one, they asked close to 100. They asked me close to 100 questions before they got to the essay portion. Well, because you're so strongly believing, how about giving us some words of wisdom? And my words of wisdom are, you know, I said, essay? I wrote that in there. And I said, you got to be kidding me. And then I after that, I put one essay per survey. You know, it just was way too long. I mean, by the end, it took me almost 20 minutes to get done with the survey. It was just, and how they expect to get real data with no reward whatsoever. I mean, for a survey like that, for the amount of time and effort involved that they were taking up of mine, I mean, I should have been compensated $50 to $100. It was ridiculous. You didn't get the survey? You're lucky. Oh, you too. You got it also, Andrew? It was ridiculous. I mean, at one point, Andrew, after I got that survey, I was like, I literally put, I'm not kidding. I put anytime they asked me to expound upon the question, I basically told them no. And I just wanted to get out of that survey. It was just too long. I mean, how long do you think a survey should last? I think anything more than 5 minutes is just too much. It's why, one of the reasons why I was really hesitant on Friday about releasing the 24-minute video. It was because I didn't have time enough to make it a shorter video. Already it was hacked down from about an hour and a half. Haven't steamed dresses yet? My dogs broke out. Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, your dogs broke out of the gate. Be back in a minute. Catch up on you. All right. Laura, did you? Oh, you did jump in there. Okay. Haha. I'm new to your channel, so I don't know where to start. Okay. Here, I'm going to give you the thumbnail version. Anytime you have any questions on my channel, just ask. You can ask anybody in chat. I answer every single question and I go in depth. If you got a question on things that aren't even in my channel, Laura, you can ask them. I have various expertise. I am going to do a video, which I haven't done yet, why Uncle Bill. And why Uncle Bill is because Uncle Bill is not niched. YouTube wants us all to be niched. I'm kind of a little bit of a rebel. We cook, we camp, we create, we critique, and we climb. Climb is metaphorical for physical activity. Those are my 5 areas of expertise that I advertise on YouTube. I also do a lot of other stuff. I've been in computers for over 20 years. If you have any questions about software, and I love to do research. I'm a jack of all trade, a master of one, but the most important thing is that you have fun. So let me know how I can help you to have fun. Obviously, you do mural dreams. I think I've been on your channel too. Actually, I know I've been on your channel because I remember it. It's just a fun channel. I do have another channel that I haven't made visible yet, which I intend to launch in the near future because I've noticed that a lot of people have trouble doing thumbnails. And I've been accumulating the knowledge of several creators. And on that channel, I don't even care about getting credit for it. You land on that page and it's going to be a launch page to other pages. In other words, half of my channel is going to be other people's content, so I don't get credit for it. And I have no problem with people going elsewhere. Have you ever made hanging garden planters from PVC pipe? That's my next major project. No, I haven't, but I'm telling you that for doing PVC pipe, good tool, I can go get it and show it to you for cutting PVC pipe. Do you have a PVC cutter? Yeah. Maybe we'll work to niche down what master of? Oh, that costs you money. No, actually, I am an expert canoeer. I used to race canoes and do marathon canoes. If you go to my one video of canoe camping, there's 5 summers that I spent up in Canada at canoe camp, which was similar to Outward Bound, except tougher. And that's basically what I know. I know a lot about canoes, canoe racing, flat water primarily. I've done rapids up in Canada, and I also kayak, but I'm not as far as kayaking goes, I used to consider myself an intermediate. Now I would consider myself an advanced beginner compared to a lot of the people now. They have kayakers now that shoot waterfalls, for crying out loud, for fun. And that's a little too crazy for me. Hey, Mick, introduce yourself to everybody. It's great to see you. This is Mick, my friend, who knows who. And we have Laura in here. We have Shonda in here. We have Andrew in here. And we have Bridget in here. Mick is a phenomenal gamer and also social magnet, I guess you could call it. He also cooks, Shonda. He did some couple of cooking videos, a lot of videos around Ireland of places to go. And who knows who is somebody to know if you ever go to Ireland. Question: what boat or canoe for a river near where you live? Mick, I would go with probably a wide. If you could get an old Grumman, that would rock for that river. That river is a pretty swift water, though, and don't be surprised if you can't paddle back up. So I think the big thing with taking a canoe in that river is to, when you're going downriver, stay in the middle of the river. When you're going back upriver, ride the eddy currents on the outside, and that should help you as far as going against the current. Either way, you're going to have to paddle a lot harder than you think when you go back up river, because when I looked at your video, it looked like that river was actually going about almost a pretty good clip, almost 4 to 6 miles an hour. And that is a lot of water to go against. And if you ever plan a trip on your river, the way I would do it is for every 15 minutes downstream that you go, I would plan on taking at least almost 2 to 4 hours to get back upstream. I hope that helps. Also, a nice paddle to get is a bent blade canoe paddle. All right. Do you guys want to talk between your... I forgot, Shonda, did you say yes, you have had a cutter, or no, go get one and show it to you? And in the meantime, I could also grab a racing canoe paddle so you could see what one of those look like. So if I get a yes on chat, I'll leave you guys to chat, and it'll take me about 2 minutes to get that stuff out of the garage. Okay, I'll go get one, and I'll get the paddle. Talk among yourselves. I'm sorry I don't have any music. Actually, no, I can't do that because I might get a copyright strike. All right, which do you guys want to see first, the canoe paddle or the, well, actually, you can see the canoe paddle. This is what's called a bent blade canoe paddle. They now make them out of graphite, and the way you hold it is the exact opposite of the way you think when you look at it. When you first look at it, most people will take it and think that they scoop this way with a paddle so you can scoop more. But what this is designed for is so that when your arm is at its strongest, the paddle is straight up and down in the water. So it's pushing the hardest, and your mechanical lever is better. And then when you're pulling it out of the water, it almost pulls itself out of the water. And that is an old vintage racing paddle. That's from, I mean, today this thing would be considered a brick compared to what they have now. And the other thing, oh, by the way, Mick, you still need to have Elaine contact me. You're going to start losing people if you don't get that sound thing fixed with your computer. And this is the PVC cutter, Shonda. You can get one of these over at Home Depot. Come on out of here. You just get this, and it's ratchets. There, you can see the teeth on the ratchet there. and you just put that over your PVC pipe and just keep off with his head. Anyways, this is it. They cost less than $10 over at Home Depot. You can either get the Orbit one or you can get the HDX one. They both work about, actually Husky I think has one too over there. Look it up online. I wouldn't have it delivered online. I think you have to get like $30 of groceries there. Oh, you walked less than a minute, literally in your backyard. You're all set. That is the tool to have for cutting PVC pipe. It just makes it so much easier. And plus, you won't have that rough edge that you get when you cut it with a hacksaw. And Mick, with your Canoe, I would make sure not to get, I would get probably a 17 or an 18 footer there and get one that had, don't get a narrow racing canoe, because with the kind of current that you have and having not been in a canoe and with the kids and everything, you're going to want to get a wide canoe. And contrary to popular belief, the canoes are more stable when you put more weight into them. So if you're in an unloaded canoe, it's very easy to flip it over. So see, Laura, that is my one expertise. Oh, I forgot to show you guys the one thing. This used to be about almost a half a pound heavier. As you can see, there's a patch in it and a break. I came home from canoe camp one year and I had not brought this with me to canoe camp. I did later on when I became a counselor, and that's probably one of the reasons why they didn't ask me back, because I was a little bit of a rebel at canoe camp too. So, all right, you find out new things. I got my audio sorted. Oh, cool. Glad to hear that, Mick. Was I right? Was it just an in and out thing? Because I knew that your patching wasn't quite right. That looks very interesting. I can walk out. Okay. And contact you before buy anything, Uncle Bill. Oh, by the way, Mick, I am using a different microphone today. I decided that I wanted to get more space where I'm not bumping into this thing. Now, these are supposed to have better sound, and they do, but the thing is my voice is so awful anyways, it doesn't matter. So here is what I'm using today. And I can even show you what the microphone looks like, because it's the exact same one I use with my camera. It's a, I think I've looked it up in England. I think they charge 40 euros for it over in England. It's the Movo VXR 10. Just nice little microphone, comes with a windscreen and a pouch and some cabling. I purchased a different cabling because I like this cable better, just because it's a lot easier to use. And that's it. Oh, that was one of the other problems you might have been having with your microphone. When you're using a microphone, it's important to know what pinout you have. This is what's called a TRS. And the reason why it's a TRS is, you see, you have tip, ring, and then whatever. I guess this is the S part, the seat, I guess you could call it. So tip, ring, seat. Think of it that way. Now, if you have one with 2 rings, which is like if you have a thing that plugs into your phone, that is a TRRS. Don't forget to put a link in the description for which one, the Amazon. Which link do you want? The link to this? Let me know, and I will link it up. And the other nice thing is, folks, I have no affiliate links, so feel free to shop around. When Amazon gets me on the affiliate program, then I will have affiliate links. Okay, so I'm going to go get that Movo link. Movo VXR10. And I chose to, they actually have a VXR10 Pro, and I wasn't convinced that that one is, what the world is this one? Because this one is different. Nope, that's not the one. If you have a, this one comes with extra thing. This is the one that I got, that I have. All right, this is the link to the microphone. Give me a half second. Here we go. Link to the microphone. Sorry about the long link. And link to Home Depot VXR. There's no link to that Canoe paddle, though. That I spent probably 2 months building that thing. I bought it in kit form. It was, why am I not getting, come on, Home Depot, just start up. Terms of use, okay, I agree to your terms of use. Let me in. There was a lot of sanding involved because we bought it in kit form. The Sitka spruce that it's made out of was at about 3/8 inch, and we sanded it down to about 1/16 of an inch and then put fiberglass on it. PVC pipe cutter, there we go. Oh, there's the one, the Husky one. $13.98, folks. Husky PVC pipe cutter. You can't go wrong with Husky. Husky tools are guaranteed for life. Got a drink. Oh, thanks, Bridget. Bridget says it's tip ring sleeve. So now I know what the S stands for, sleeve. And Shonda, do I have all the links? And Laura, thank you very much for joining us. We're coming up towards our close. I can be convinced to stay longer if you guys want to stay a little bit longer. And any more questions? Oh, Laura, I used to do art too. I did stained glass art when I was in my 20s. I made a nice big stained glass clock. It was fun. All right, so I got all the links, and you want to stay longer. So I'll stay longer. And what have I brought? Do I have anything else to talk about, though? You know, I could always talk. Oh, I just got these guys, too. Where are they hiding? And yes, Uncle Bill's house and desk is always a little bit in disarray. I'm looking for, oh, here they are. I just got these. I think they're called Fosgate or something. But they're little ferro rods. And if you know what a ferro rod is, and if you don't know what a ferro rod is, here we go. A ferro rod is a fire starter. So think of it like a fire stick. And these are made out of ferrochrome. They got flint and they got steel in there and they got all sorts of goodness, magnesium in there. I mean, zinc. And so, I mean, that'll, if you want, I can find the link to this too. This is, it cost me $10. I think I got 8 of them. Bill, I'd say you could nearly build a spaceship. You know, I almost put a spaceship on that that new thumbnail today because I'm trying to keep the thumbnails so that they're, even though the words just change a little bit, they are fresh. And so we went for a different background. Laura, you'd appreciate the background because it had nice colors in it, I hope. And this is my other, this one I'm not going to give away, but that's my other defense pen. Mick, I don't know if you were in here, but I'm going to give this away at subscriber number 1,000. I better get a whatchamacallit, mailing list or something together, some way to do a giveaway. Have you done a giveaway yet, Mick? Or Andrew, you aren't up to 1,000 or yet, or are you? I don't know. Your channel's grown like crazy. He needs to hire your son or he will never make it. Bill, I'd say you could nearly build it. Yeah. Yeah, it would be fun. It would be fun. I have just about everything in here. Little candle for mood lighting. Let's see what's within arm's reach. Magnifying glass, if you guys can't see me well enough. Then you can't, you got to have some of this. Anybody know what that is? Moisturizing. Oh, monetizing now. All right. Congratulations, Andrew. Now, Andrew, the other thing that you ought to do is have you approached Amazon for their affiliate program? Because I think that you have a big enough channel and you are so ultra niche, you could sell kitchen appliances and have them linked in and get extra income. And what I'd recommend is kitchen appliances that you have an interest in and that you believe in. I find that there are some people on this site, which we won't name, that have a ton of, they'll do an affiliate link to anything. And I hope that well, actually, I know I'm never going to get to that point. I'm not that type of person. To me, I'll give it away free. I don't really care. Yeah. I wish I had, I need to get so that there's little stickers or something. I need more people so I can, here we go. Oh, I did find one I can give you. Where'd my, oh, I got more than, every time I go up to put the sticker in, it doesn't go. It's like, it's, come on, give it there. Oh, now you're not going to let me do it. Oh, you're so funny. I learned something new about YouTube every time. I hope I didn't lock my chat. I think I did. I hope you guys are still there. But my chat is locked. How about over here? Oh, Bridget, you were able to get it in there. And I am, if I go over here on my other chat. Ah, there we go. Oh, there it is. Oh, no wonder why. I have 3 screens open right now, and they're all YouTube screen. Well, actually more than that, because I did open up the Amazon screens. If I close them out, maybe things will get a little nicer to me. That's the wonderful thing about Windows. You can open up a million screens and slow down your computer to a dead crawl. Well, Shonda, I think you got me sold on getting that air fryer. Have you done French fries at all in there? Because that's one of my big things. I would want something that tastes like a French fry, or at least has consistency of it. I heard about a food today. I can't remember what it was called. You would probably know about it, Shonda. It's like a green substitute for a potato that ketogenic people use. It's, oh God, it's an Asian fruit or something. I mean, not fruit. It's a vegetable. It's all green. It's kind of got a hava something. What is Twitch? Twitch is another streaming platform that is very popular, Andrew, and there are a lot of people going on it and going live and making money. I think even Mick, you do Twitch, don't you? I know you do a lot of other things. I've been doing tweeting. I never tweeted as much. Okay. A little secret about people that are big YouTube creators. I've noticed this about 3 of them, not 3, 4 of them, all of them actually. Have you noticed that the big YouTube creators, they all live on tweets? And what's the other one? Oh, Clubhouse. It's like crack to them. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like they can't exist without their tweet in their Clubhouse. Ninja pressure cooker. Oh, I almost bought that foodie. Yes, I came very close to getting the Ninja foodie. The one thing that made it so that I didn't buy the Ninja foodie was it didn't look like and they didn't show it on the commercials. And if you're going to tell me that what I'm going to ask you is yes, then they are doing themselves a disservice, and their commercials just were awful. When they were showing the change from pressure cooker to air fryer, it didn't look like the fry lid. Yeah, one of those lids you could take off, but the other lid you could not. I think it was the air fry lid. And to me, that was kind of crazy to have to leave one of your lids on there all the time. So Laura, I'm very curious. Am I right or am I wrong? Can you pull off both the lids to the Ninja Foodie or not? Yes, you can pull the lid off. Oh my, I should have bought it. I love the Ninja Foodie. Looks cool. But then again, my daughter bought me the Instapot, and that thing rocks pretty well too. So I'll just go out and get the air fry attachment. All right. Oh, by the way, let's put it to a vote. Okay. How many for a nice picture frame with the picture in it for Friday's video. I have a Ninja soup maker. Got last week. Some tool. Mick, I got a feeling that your Ninja soup maker makes a lot more than just soup. I think you are talking about the same Ninja, actually. It's just that you haven't used it as a fryer. Yeah. Get everybody hungry. Oh, you know what I saw yesterday? I almost bought it at the thrift store, because I also buy things at the thrift store. Oh. This was one of them. All this is a rod that I got for $4. A tension rod. Good for exercise, but actually I'm going to use it for doing green screens, which I'm thinking of doing in the future. And when I don't want to pull out my large green screen, which I have set up permanently in my kitchen. And I totally went blank. Anyways, sorry about that. What are the other options? Oh, yeah. We have that, or the periscope, so that I can see my action camera while filming. I'm thinking of making 2 mirrors in an enclosure so that it's just a little bit above. That's one of them. Or a hood that I will probably use my plastic cutting tool and probably use this piece of, I have 4 of these, so I can probably destroy 1 or 2 of them. And this is pretty heavy gauge plastic. I think this will work well to shade out the sun. Last week when I did that 24-minute video, half the time I couldn't tell if my camera was on or off. And so a lot of times I was talking, the camera wasn't recording, and sometimes I was recording and I wasn't talking. It was fun. Fun times. All right, so we got picture frame, periscope, or camera shade, I guess we'll call it. And so I will count the masses, and you guys are going to probably have it so that each one of you votes for one of them. And all right, so number 1 will be picture frame. And just to let you know, this is not a democracy, so I might go some other direction, but I will try to do the best I can. All right, picture, and then we got periscope will be number 2, and number 3 will be shadow or whatever, sun shadow. So that I can shoot out in the sun and shade my camera. Need a cover? Yeah, I do. Need a cover, shield, sun off my laptop screen so I can spend more time outdoors. You know, you could do that fairly easily if you just got an old garbage can. Take this garbage can like this, and you could probably cut, I think 3, no, not even 3, just 1. I would just cut 1 off to start with, and that alone should be enough to shield your laptop so that you should be able to see better. Give it a try. See if it works. It's my new patented garbage can laptop shield. Another way you could do it is got it out in the. Be right back. There's almost always, you can get rolled foam or a blanket or a towel or just something stiff. You could put that in front of your laptop, shoot all the sun back at the sun. But all sorts of ways to, well, actually, I would be out in the sun too, because the shade gets awful darn cold. All right, so did we figure out some more? Yeah, perhaps try that. Yeah. With an empty, yeah, exactly. Cardboard box. I didn't even think about that. As a matter of fact, I got a ton of cardboard boxes. Just come on over to Uncle Bill's house. I'll give you all mine. All right, camera shade. I got one vote in camera shade. And we're closing out, so nah. All right, one vote camera shade. And Shonda, Laura, and Andrew, I'm going to visit all three of your channels and watch at least one video after we're done here. Weren't you going to change? Oh, yes. Thanks, Bridget, for reminding me. I'll pay you twice what I paid you last time, which is nothing. So anyways, on Fridays, to make it more livable and plus to maybe help with my inactivity on the algorithm, what do you guys all think of me releasing instead of 1:30 to go to 3:30 p.m. on Fridays for release time? And I guess I could keep the lives at 1:30 because that's more reasonable for you, Andrew. If I went another 2 hours later, then it would really be late for you. Yeah, go VRA fam. It's and Laura, I bet you can't guess what YouTuber, as far as pimping just about everything that under the sun for Amazon is. Release YouTube recommends that you do. I should release when YouTube recommends that you do, but I never know with lives. Laura, you actually have YouTube telling you when you should release your recorded videos? Maybe I haven't, although my acceptance seems to be, you know, I basically have the algorithm quasi-trained, and I've noticed on Fridays when I release at 1:30, I get my first real views and traffic, like maybe 4 or 5 people looking around 3:30. That's why I've had my best results when I've released at 3:30 by simple fact I wasn't ready to release until 3:30. And hopefully, as I get bigger and better, and I'll have it set up so that we can do what is it? Not FaceTime. The where I bring people in to chat, and the joys of COVID, cancer, and everything else. I've been having trouble pulling vocabulary out of my head these days, but you just live with it. When you uploaded your video at the very end, when you have a chance to premiere or schedule, there's a recommended time. Oh, I will have to take a quick look at that next time. I've always just thought, well, these are all the times, and so I just grab one. Because I do have, oh, speaking of which, I have another link I want to share with you guys. Oh, I forgot about that too. Where is it? Live notes. Live notes are still open. If you're ever on Windows, make sure you don't open up a text file twice, because then you make the mistake. This is a link to a unpublished, unlisted review for, if you haven't bought your copy yet, the YouTube formula. If you haven't guessed it, I think that everybody should get this. It's $15, and of all the books I've read on on YouTube, this one, along with YouTube Secrets, are probably the best. The one thing I love about this one is it's not as self-promoting as some of the other books are on Amazon. I mean, on YouTube, on the YouTube subject that are purchased on Amazon. Good stuff. So 2 books for your library, YouTube Secrets and YouTube Formula, and we'll all be good as gold. And before it, this time next year, we'll all have silver play buttons. But at least, Andrew, you're getting paid. I want to hear about, I want to hear about that first big paycheck. Oh, wow. We're all the way up to 2:51. I am closing out at the top of the hour. All right, Muriel, I got it. Yes. Were you able to be in on the live training, Laura? That was incredible. I hope you were able to, because I actually paid close to $30 for the book so that I could get in on the Mr. Beast 1-hour training, which there were probably about 1,000 other people in on it too. And the Daryl Eves, it was 5.5 hours training almost, and it was just phenomenal. I really got the sense that everybody came and watched the Mr. Beast training, and about half as many came with Daryl's training, which was actually a lot more valuable because it was really targeted right at the book. Well, they're also at the end of chapter 10, you get your first tasking, and also the link to the YouTube formula. Have you signed up to the YouTube formula yet? We'll get these important things out of the way. Hope you don't mind, Bridget. And Bridget, if you obligate to read it, I will get that for you. But I want to know for sure that you're going to read it, because it's a book, and I know you don't like to read. So just something to think about. You didn't sign up? Well, Laura, let me see what page. Let me see if I got it. Do you have the hardcover or do you have the Kindle version? All right, identify your audience. Right here at the bottom of page 126. Let me see, will it focus? Yes, I think that's 126, isn't it? Let's see, yeah, that's 126. The YouTube formula. And they might ask you for a snapshot of your receipt of your book. I can't remember exactly how I did mine, but you can just get a snapshot off your computer and do that. And if you don't know how to do that, it's just shift print screen and then open up one of your video editor, I mean, not video, picture editor, and just go Control V, which is paste, and it'll paste in or follow whatever. I don't read that much, but I read this one in 2 days. Wow, Laura, you are a lot faster at reading than I am. Well, let's see what the deal is here. I'll talk to her later. My sister. You guys are more important at the moment because we have 5 more minutes. Okay, so Laura, you read it in 2 days, so you'll go and you'll sign up and probably go back and reread it too, won't you? There's a lot of good information in there. I was amazed. I wish I could show you my Kindle version because it's just, I have the ability with Kindle Fire. I got 4 different highlighter colors. I'm using orange on the ones that I view as being like super important, then yellow on the ones that are just important, and then blue on the ones that I don't want to see, so I don't use blue. And then what's the other color I'm using? I can't even remember. I think it's like a pinkish color that's pretty good too. But Laura, I've already signed on to the YouTube formula. I do know a little bit about the training. There's at least 4 videos that are just awesome, and they even have Pat Flynn on there, and it's just, Daryl has given this is like his final, not final, get Magnus Opum. I can't remember the actual name, but the supreme gift. I mean, that's about all you can think about it. I mean, it's just, and that's probably why you were able to read it in 2 days. It's just amazing, the content and just the value of it all. Let me see if I can. I'm going to turn this thing back on and just see if I can. Anybody got any more questions? Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, was it Shonda that read it? And no, you read it fast. Yeah, definitely got to reread it. I'm just getting into the part where he's actually getting into the meat of the book, because there's so much rich in history about YouTube and how it all links into Valentine's Day with the elephants at the San Diego Zoo. Now, Laura, did you get a Kindle Fire yet? These guys are well worth the money, except mine's not behaving well right now because I abuse the living. I'm 41% done with the book. And let's see if it'll come up so I can show you some of the way it looks on a Kindle, if it'll even cooperate. So right now it is a black screen. Nothing coming out. It's been going a little slow lately. Any last minute questions from anybody? My daughter had one. I'm more of a laptop girl. Well, you can just load the Kindle. The thing I like about Kindle format, and I hated Kindles before my daughter bought me one, my youngest daughter, she decided, well, that's how I got my girlfriend started on Kindle. Was I bought her one. Can you even, there we go. See, all nice and let's see. And you can bookmark your pages and back up. Come on, turn pages. Oh, and here's like what I was talking about. Different colors. The YouTube AI doesn't care about your title and thumbnail, but if a person cares and clicks, then the YouTube AI pays attention. That was gold. That alone is worth the price of the book right there. All right. Thank you, nieces and nephews. Spread the word, get more to join, and VRA family rocks. Thanks again for joining Uncle Bill, where we cook, we camp, we create, we critique, and we climb. Climb metaphorical for physical activity. And I love you all. You have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye. Yep. End.